Okay, welcome to this video on number line basics. We've discussed fraction, decimal, and percent basics so far, and in order for us to continue and reach our end goal of being able to place fractions, decimals, percents in order from least to greatest on a number line, we need to discuss some number line basics. You've, I'm sure, seen a number line before, but it is important to discuss some basics for our foundation to move forward with. So on a number line, which again I'm sure you've seen, a number line is a great tool to help us really visualize where numbers lie in relation to both with zero and with one another. And at this level, with this being 7th or 8th grade, you have probably been exposed a little bit to negative numbers, but maybe not a whole lot. And a number line is a great tool to use. So we do need to make sure you're clear on how to use one and some basics. So let's just start here. Let's draw in a basic number line here. Alright. I'm not an artist, but I will do my best. Okay, so we'll put 0 right in the middle, of course. Do that in another color. Label this. Put our 0 right there. And I'll go ahead and put our marks in here. And then we'll label them. We'll just go out to 4 and then to -4. Okay, so for some this will be a review, and in some cases you may not have been exposed to integers which include negative numbers as well, so we'll discuss that. One key to remember on between positive and negative numbers, and I'll go ahead and put out here, I'll put this negative sign over here, because anything to the left of 0 will always be negative. Anything to the right of 0 on the number line will always be positive. Alright, so we'll just put that that way. And one way to remember that is we'll start with left. Anything to the left, so we'll just of 0, anything left of 0. Just remember that left is less than 0. Alright, and anything to the right. Okay, you can probably hear my son. He is 2, and he's not always patient with Daddy when he's making these videos, so I apologize for that. Okay, so right is greater than 0. Anything to the right of 0, remember 0 lies right here in the middle. Anything to the right is greater than 0. Anything to the left is less than 0. And this is very important to understand. And all of these, anything to the right of 0 will always be positive. Anything to the left of 0 will always be a negative, just like we've signified down here. Alright, and again, back to what I was trying to get to is left. Just remember, left starts with an L, and less starts with an L. And that way you can always keep in mind, if you go left of 0 is less than 0, okay, which means negative. So left of 0, less than 0, both start with an L. So it's important, of course, if you're going to use a number line, which you need to, that you set it up correctly, otherwise it will cause you problems. Okay, so now as we're labeling these, in this case we're going to label this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each one of these spaces is equal to 1, and all that this means is as we move further to the right, we get further away from 0, and that in turn makes us that's how we label it. So this is 1 away, this is 2 away, this is 3 away, and this is 4 away from 0. Alright, and then -1 would be right here. Let me say it this way. This is 1 away from 0 to the left, therefore it's negative. Left is always negative. This spot right here is 1, 2 away from 0, and since it's left of 0, it's got to be negative. This is 1, 2, 3 away from 0. It's left of 0, so it must be negative. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from 0. It is to the left, so it must be negative. So it's important to understand that this spot right here, negative 4, is less. It is further away from 0 in the negative direction than negative 1. So that is a very key concept to understand with negative numbers. View the number as the distance away from 0. So this is a greater distance away from 0. It is a negative number, and therefore the farther we go away from 0, the bigger the number becomes, because it is a greater distance away from 0, and it becomes less and less and less and less. Remember, less and less and less and less as we go this way. In this way, the number becomes greater and greater and greater and greater and greater away from 0. In this direction, less and less and less and less. So all that these numbers are, again, are the distance away from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 away from 0. It must be a negative number, which when we use this number line, it's very easy to see that negative 4 is less than negative 1, and 4 is greater than 1. When you lay it out on this number line, it's very easy to see. Intuitively, I know you understand the positive numbers, but when you're first learning this, you can get confused, and some people might have the misconception that negative 4 is actually bigger than negative 1, and that's not true. So the number line helps clarify that. Real quick, let's just throw a basic fraction in here. Throw a basic fraction in here where it would line up right here. You can hear my son's playing with his trucks in the background. Sorry for that. 0.5 or 5/10 would be right here, which is the same as 1/2. Okay, so that's where that would be. I'm sorry for the distraction there. Alright, so again, that's where that would lie on the number line, and we will go through some more examples of that later. And again, I am making these videos at home, and my 2-year-old son will probably make some noise in the background, so I do apologize for that. But he is too, and I guess he wants to be a part of the video. Okay, well, that's enough for this video, and again, number lines are very, very important, and especially at this stage for you to utilize. They're a great tool. It only takes a second to draw one, and when you utilize them, it will help you a great deal and limit your mistakes, which will increase the likelihood of you getting the correct answer whenever we're trying to put various numbers, fractions, decimals, etc. on a number line in order. That is very, very, very important, and is a great foundation for your mathematical education moving forward, that you get this, because this is, again, it is critical. Alright, well, we will see you in the next video.